Happy holidays from Tansson TV Plus. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mom.
Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yep, thank you for joining with us again.
Yes, we always love doing this. And Mom, how are you doing with this holiday season?
I am doing fine, Brandon. It is great having this time during the holiday season in order to spend time with you, your brother, and your daddy. And so I am enjoying myself.
Yes, and so we're finally at Christmas. And Mom, what are we speaking about here today?
Today we're going to talk about I Want a Dog for Christmas, Charlie Brown. And yes, we're back to another one of our Charlie Brown specials.
Yes, and so this is special number 43.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But yes, this one released on or came out on ABC December the 8th, the 9th of 2003.
Yes, so we moved ahead a little bit. As you notice, we've gone back and forth between the originals, meaning those that came on the late 60s and 70s, and then now we have moved up to 2003. We've seen some a little bit more current, but we are kind of looking at them all.
Yes, we definitely are.
All right, so I'll tell you a little bit about this particular episode. This episode features Rerun, who is the brother of Linus and Lucy, actually the youngest brother of Linus and Lucy. And basically, he wants a dog for Christmas, and this is something he asked Santa for. And this is what this episode is about.
Well, Mom, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, Brandon.
And overall, what did you think about the special?
It was cutesy. As I told you, it's a little discombobulated, but it was cutesy. It was roughly about 40 minutes or so. And so some of the storyline kind of jumps around a little bit. The overall theme, of course, is that he does want a dog for Christmas and he does spend some time with Snoopy, but he's looking for another type of dog to kind of who he wants for Christmas also. And he does everything he can to try to get this dog, meaning Rerun. But other than that, the storyline took all sorts of weird kind of turns, but it is fun to watch and it's fun to see Rerun as a character.
Yes, it definitely is. And this is the first real special, and actually potentially the only real special that focuses on him. And is he how you think he is based off of his siblings and the rest of the Peanuts specials that we've watched?
They did a good job of making him a combination of Linus and Lucy. He's very, very reflective, as Linus was reflective in some of the earlier episodes. Rerun is really reflective, and he's able to put a lot of thought into everything he says, and then he actually moves forward, meaning that he has forward thinking at the same time. So when someone makes a comment about him, he'll say, "Oh, I may not react now, but however, if you ask me this question maybe 5 years from now, this is what my response could possibly be." And it's within context of what 5 years or 10 years later should be. So, in that sense, he is a good combination of Linus and Lucy because Linus is very reflective and thoughtful about the things that he says, and Lucy is also the same. But at the same time, Rerun has no problems at all telling them about their flaws and then putting a little twist on it.
Yes, definitely. And I know I'm a little bit early with our little compare contrast, but I know last month we just spoke about happiness is a warm blanket, Charlie Brown, in which Linus goes all out and criticizes everyone about their flaws. That one, it makes you feel kind of sad and depressing. This one with Rerun does it. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, it is. This one it's like they figured it out. And so they make it and I can't remember which came before the other. But this one it is a little different in the sense that it is not depressing. It is very it's done well, it's done tactfully, but yet funny at the same time.
Yes, it definitely is. And this one actually came first because this is special 43, and Happiness is a Warm Blanket was number 45.
Oh wow. Yeah. That was depressing. So yeah. It was such a difference from the other episodes of Charlie Brown that we've seen.
Definitely. But Mom, I mean, how would you say that this overall is as a special, especially since I mean it has a pretty big bar to sort of raise to, considering the very first special was a Christmas special.
Yes, it does have a high bar to race to. I mean, by that time, the Charlie Brown Christmas that we've talked about previously on here had been around for quite a while. And I guess by going in a completely different direction, per se, with the character, that it kind of made sure that there was a difference between your Charlie Brown Christmas and this particular one where we were once a dog. Once a dog.
Yes, and I should also point out, chronologically wise, that this special was produced and written after the passing of Charles Schultz.
That would make sense. It looks like they're looking for their voice and they're trying to figure it out in this one.
Yes, and now I don't have all of the details because it's really hard to try to find anything. But from the way it seems like is that I guess immediately after his passing, they tried to make it where all the specials were sort of taken from the actual comics, and so the special actually has no credited writer.
Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting.
But yeah, so it does seem like they tried to just sort of take what he had already written from the scripts that do credit him as creator of Peanuts, of course, and then but his team was still the ones working on it of Bill Melendez and Lee Mendelson.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. This did have sort of a meaning also within it. We know that a lot of our holiday specials has had some sort of a meaning. And this one for rerun, he was kind of looking for someone to pay attention to him. In this case, a dog was fine for to pay attention to him. So basically, attention without being compared to others is important. So the attention that he receives, he wants it for him and not in comparison to maybe his sister and his brother. He just wants the attention to be on him. Not in a selfish way, but in a way that he kind of stands out as a person.
Yeah, I definitely can take that same meaning.
Yes. All right. And did we have, oh, and there were some Christmas, of course, connections because we have talked about how a lot of our themes, or a lot of our TV shows have certain things that kind of happen during the holiday season. And of course, with this one, they emphasize Santa. They emphasize the children were speaking about the meaning of Christmas toward the end, which has also happened on the last Christmas special. And then, of course, there's the buying gifts. So there were some things in there that kind of you knew by the in the episode that they were talking about the holidays.
Yes, and overall, I mean, obviously, I know that Christmas is in the title, is focused on the holidays, but like, yeah, for you just watching it, would you say that? Oh yeah, this is definitely a holiday episode.
Yeah. Now I will say sometimes it detours a little bit, so you would wonder about it. But yes, they say enough about Santa and the meaning of Christmas and buying gifts that you would know it is a Christmas or a holiday special.
Yes, and I definitely agree. I will say that. Well, first of all, did you remember the special?
No, I have never seen this special before.
Well, that's good to know. And mom, I do actually remember the special, or at least portions of it, because usually ABC would air this alongside, the traditional yeah, Christmas specials, and so they had quite a few in their rotation. And so I know for the longest time this was one of them, which is why you picked that we were going to do a peanut special. I picked this particular one because there are quite a few, but but yeah, this is the one I remember, at least the title of it. So yeah, but I would say it pretty much aligns to how I remember it. And no, it wasn't just segments I remember. uh, this truly is how it was, with having numerous different points to it.
All right. Well, that's good to know, Brandon. I'm glad you remember it. I must have let you alone that day.
Sure.
Uh, just kidding. So, Brandon, as you know, I like to rate the shows 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. I kind of gave this a 3. For me, it's just kind of middle of the road. You know, if it's on, would I watch it again? Possibly. I did have to watch this like 1.5 times. So if it's on, I'll watch it. If not, I'm not seeking it. What about you, Brandon?
Well, Mom, I'm going to give it a 3.5 because I did, as I said, enjoy it, and I kind of like that's different a little bit because we're focusing on someone outside of the cast. I mean, the core cast, and especially with sort of being able to dive into some of the topics I spoke about in previous specials. And just because, I mean, we don't really ever focus on Rerun, and even in the current specials, he's not even there anymore. They sort of went back in time.
Yeah, they did, and you're right. This is the first time I've seen, and the ones that we've spoken about, I don't think we've seen rerun at all, have we?
He may have been in the Valentine's Day special briefly.
Okay. Well, other than that, I don't recall rerun being in any specials. So, you almost forget that he's a character.
Yes, that's definitely something I've noticed within the Peanut specials, and I'd like to see more of Rerun.
Yeah. And like I said, I liked him. So, if they were to do another special on here, I surely would watch it.
Well, you'll have to definitely give that note to Apple TV Plus.
I'll see what I could do. Yeah. Or Brad, did we have any connections?
To the best of my knowledge, we don't have any major connections outside of the other Peanut specials that we have discussed over the years.
All right. Is there anything else we need to discuss about this particular cartoon?
Well, Mom, like I said, I just want to say that it's been great being able to speak about all of these holiday episodes. This is the 14th one this season.
Yes, it is. And it's been nice and refreshing to watch these. Most of these have been 30 minutes, so it's nice to sit and kind of get connected. And we've looked at some shows that we have not discussed here on the channel yet. And we look forward to doing the first episode on some of these shows that we have not discussed before.
Yes, we definitely are excited. And since you mentioned runtime, this special ran for 45 minutes.
Yes, it seemed like it was 45 minutes. Yeah, I will say that. For those of you who are looking, I guess it would have run for an hour on TV, but it did feel like 45 minutes.
And I will say that when this episode released on DVD, it was alongside Happy New Year, Charlie Brown.
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. All right, Brandon. Let's see. We thank everybody for watching.
And we look forward to seeing you next time.
All right, have a great day, everybody.
Enjoy the holidays.
All right, bye bye.